Hi there, good morning. This is Father Rayappa Kasi from the Diocese of Vellore, India. I'm going to talk about Laudato Si, an encyclical written by Pope Francis. This encyclical is on ecology and environment. Pope Francis calls this planet as our common home. That means it is a home for 2 million species of animals and plants. So far we have been thinking that humans are the only one species living on this planet. But Pope Francis is telling, no, humans are only one species living with other 2 million species of animals and plants. And all of them having only one home, that is our common home. So he builds so beautifully. When he writes this, he is basing himself on ecological intelligence, ecological mindfulness, and ecological consciousness. What do I mean by that? You see, this document is a kind of eco-theology. Ecology and theology, both of them combined together, and this encyclical is basing itself on the three foundations. What are the three foundations of eco-theology? The first one is a thorough understanding of the immanence of God in creation. In other words, we should feel the presence of God in each and everything we experience on this planet Earth. In Hinduism, they say God is even in the atoms. Thunilum irupar, turumbilum irupar. God is in everything is present, even in atom, even in a soil, even in the sun. So His presence should be understood by us. So that is the first foundation. In other words, it is called ecological intelligence. That means we understand God is present in everything. The second foundation is nature of humans in relation to the remainder of creation. In other words, who are we? Are we really humans? And are we real stewards? We are supposed to care for creation, and we are the zenith of creation, we are the jewel of creation or the crown of creation, and we have a special place in creation. So in other words, are we truly human as we portray, as we have understood about ourselves? Are we really humans? So if we are humans, what is our role? What is our place? Should we care about others, or should we care about ourselves? Or should we exploit the rest of creation for our own self-interest? So this kind of questions. In other words, it's an ecological mindfulness. So we really try to understand about our place in the universe. The third thing is, after understanding these two foundations, the third foundation is the role of church in ecology, or the role of each and every human being in ecology. That is called ecological consciousness. After knowing intelligence, after knowing mindfulness, we equate our consciousness. So when the first two parts, we can call it a logic. The last one, ecological consciousness, we can call it a sentiment, or a religious rationale. In other words, consciousness. So now, in consciousness we get bioethics, all kinds of ethics, and we get spirituality, the creation-centered spirituality. So these three foundations is absolutely necessary to make eco-theology. That is what Pope Francis is doing in Laudato Si. So three foundations: ecological intelligence, ecological mindfulness, that last one is ecological consciousness. You see, the whole book, the whole encyclical is divided into 6 chapters. The first chapter, Pope is discussing about what is happening to our common home. Oh my God, it is shocking. You can't even believe about the global warming and climate change and the extinction of species, the water problem, the pollution, the throwaway culture, all those stuff. And planet Earth he sees as a pile of filth. That is a very strong statement. Everywhere rubbish, everywhere plastic bags. So what is happening to our common home? It is danger. It is disaster, devastation, plunder, exploitation, heat, extinction of species, deforestation, erosion, drought, famine. This is all happening on our common home. So that is ecological intelligence. He tries to examine in the first chapter. The second chapter talks about the gospel of creation, in which there is a motive, there is a mission, there is a mandate given to human beings. The chapter Genesis 2:15, till it and keep it. So in this second chapter, Pope is telling humans need to find their place, and God has created humans to take care of creation, to preserve, to conserve the natural world. And the third chapter is the roots, human roots of our ecological crisis. Pope Francis is telling human activity is the cause for all the disaster in the world. And this is many scientists call this the 6th mass extinction. Already 5 mass extinctions have happened in the history of the planet. So this is the 6th mass extinction. And Pope Francis is telling, asteroid is not the cause, it's not the tsunami, it is not the volcano, it is not the plate tectonic activity, it is not the volcanic activity or earthquake. I think human being, he is the meteorite, he is the asteroid, human being is the tsunami, human being is the volcano, human being is the cancer of this planet. So in the third chapter, he is telling anthropocentrism, the man-centered philosophy, the human-centered philosophy has caused this devastation and the environmental degradation. And he comes to the fourth chapter, which is titled Integral Ecology. What is integral ecology? Integral ecology is nothing but you bring different aspects, economic, environmental, and political, social. We have been fragmenting so far, economics separate, society separate, and ecological separate. Everything was fragmented. But now Pope is telling integrate everything. And the economy should be including ecology. I mean, so far we have been, economical progress was done by destroying ecology. Ecology was diminishing, economy was increasing. But Pope is telling, no, that is not right. In integral ecology, ecology should also progress, flourish, and economy also should flourish. So everything should flourish and everything should progress towards development. Not only human progress and ecology is pushed backwards. No, that is not integral ecology. So everything, every philosophy, every internal thinking, every external thinking, every internal action, every external action, we put it together, and that is a power. When we come together, that is a power. It is a convergence of all human capabilities in order to tackle the global warming and climate change. The fifth chapter is titled Lines of Approach and Action, in which Pope is giving plenty of guidelines to international politics, national politics, in your home, in your school, and lot of practical things Pope is suggesting to sort out the issues of climate change and global warming. The last chapter is the environmental education. That is the most important thing. That is important. So it starts in the family, mother, father, and we need to instruct our children. And family becomes the basic unit where we learn about ecology, and we learn about ecological intelligence, ecological mindfulness, ecological consciousness. I think it starts from the family and moves on to school and moves on to college, moves on to society, and it moves on to the whole world. So I think ignorance is the cause of all global warming and climate change. All the extinction of species, drought, famine, and water problem. All this because of ignorance, because we don't have ecological intelligence. We don't have ecological mindfulness. So we don't have ecological consciousness. So education is a very important thing, and people need to be educated, especially in seminaries, in novitiates, and in parishes. I think there is a lot of things to do in parish. Parish priests can take up this work of educating kids on every Sunday. And I think Pope Francis has done a very good job. It's a lovely, lovely encyclical, and it's easy to read, and 6 chapters, and it goes on to appeal to everybody on this planet. And take care, and God bless, and have a nice day.